Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys. Quick announcement right quick. I'll do a separate video also announcing this. I'm going to start, via request of the subs and everything. I'm going to start doing hip-hop, live streams. I'm going to try to do one every Saturday. I'm going to try to do like an hour platform where me and my subs, we just gonna talk about the various state of hip-hop music. We could throw in some R&B too, you know what I'm saying, but it'll predominantly be hip-hop. We gonna talk about hip-hop of the past, current developments that's going on in hip-hop, just everything. And once again, I repeat, because sometimes people don't seem to comprehend, I repeat, it will only be hip-hop. Basically, don't come on there and bring up something else. Okay? When I say hip-hop only, hip-hop related issues. Okay? Artists, music, record labels, that type of shit. Producers, production. It will be hip-hop and hip-hop related only. Okay? So, I just wanted to get that out there. That's coming real soon. All right, now let's get to the subject at hand. I hear a lot of people always barking about they platform is this, they platform is that. They're strictly non-biased. They call it right down the line. Motherfuckers, you motherfuckers are biased because you came up with a generic brand of your version of the LDBC and it's basically piss poor. You know who the fuck you are. You motherfuckers still copycats and biters, man. Real talk. Straight biters, man. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Copying is the best form of flattery. But we already know who you trying to bite off of. That's okay. But nevertheless, real talk. Let me ask y'all something. Who is more non-biased than me? I'll call it right down the middle. I have ripped and got on every boxer, every promoter. You know what I'm saying? Didn't matter if they was affiliated with PBC, Top Rank, Matchroom, didn't matter. If they did something that wasn't cool, I had something to say about it. That's what I do. Like I said, real talk. Who more non-biased than me? Who call it right down the middle? Who more fair than me? I'm just keeping this shit 100. It's me. Real talk. Now, nevertheless, all right, let's get down to business. I thought about something, man. I really thought about something. I analyzed it. And we got to, for real, man, we got to be fair and we got to stop bullshitting and we got to stop overlooking shit about certain things. You know what I'm saying? I just thought about something, you guys, and this is just real talk. I thought about something. Terrence Bud Crawford and Jamal Charlo, they got a lot in common, man. They really do. They got a lot in common. They are really the odd man out when it comes to certain fights and getting these fights. You look at the situation with Jamal Charlo. He can't get a fight with Daniel Jacobs. He can't get a fight with Canelo. He can't get a fight with Demetrius Andrade. He can't get a fight with Triple G. None of those dudes seem to be interested in fighting him. But at the end of the day, I always hear that these dudes can beat him. Well, I'm trying to figure out why ain't no contracts been signed. That's all I'm trying to figure out. Why haven't no contracts been signed? He can't get nobody to fight him, and I can tell he is truly frustrated. And the same thing with Bud Crawford. I'm not trying to hear that other side of the street shit because, real talk, I love Errol Spence, but once again, Errol Spence, he being a businessman. And I don't base my opinion just because somebody is cool with him and all that type of shit. I'm calling the shit right down the middle. Okay? I ain't like some of the things that Errol Spence said when it pertains to Bud Crawford. Everybody loved to holler about what Bud Crawford did said. Oh, look what he said. Oh, he said he don't care if he. But then when it comes to the flip side, then you hear this shit about the other side of the street, all that bullshit. Okay, you do. I'm just keeping it 100. It's fact that Bud has tried to fight all these dudes on the PBC side. Manny Pacquiao refused to fight Bud Crawford, no matter how much he sit up there and try to lie and say that he would have took the fight. No, he wouldn't. Freddie Roach, out of his own fucking mouth, said that Manny Pacquiao wasn't gonna fight Bud Crawford because it was a bad style matchup and he didn't like that fight for him. He pretty much admitted that it was a duck. Now that they with PBC, now they bumping their gums like, oh, we would have. No, you wouldn't have. Because if you wanted to, you would have fought him when you was on Top Rank. You chose to fight Jeff Horn instead of Bud Crawford. It was an easy fight to make, and you chose Jeff Horn, and you got beat. Okay? I'm just keeping it 100. It's fact that there was an offer to Danny Garcia to fight Bud Crawford. Danny Garcia turned it down. He turned down somewhere between $3 and $5 million, but he got $1 million to fight Adrian Granados. He would have made probably a total of at least $6 million fighting Bud Crawford on pay-per-view at Madison Square Garden. Probably he would have at least been able to get 19,000 people in Madison Square Garden due to the fact that he's from Philly, and Philly is like maybe a 90-minute to 2-hour drive from New York City. So people would have came. Then Sean Porter said he respects Bud, but he's not going to fight him. Then we all know the Errol Spence let the fight marinate. I mean, to a certain degree, I'm tired of hearing that shit. Like I said, if you let meat marinate too much, when you cook it, it's soggy. It tastes like slime, okay? You even have a certain amount of time you got to let your meat marinate. It ain't, so I'm just keeping that 100 too. You want the meat to be tender but not soggy. So I'm just, you know, I'm sure all you barbecuers understand what I'm saying though. But this has been going on a lot. So you have PBC fighters that don't want to fight Bud for whatever reasons that some of y'all gonna make up in the comment section. And then you have a PBC fighter that can't get people on the opposite side of the fence to fight him. Go figure, huh? Both of them dudes is stuck in limbo. I think it's a damn shame that you got this shit going on. Look, I understand boxing, I understand the politics, but I will say this much. There's always been fights that didn't get made. But now this shit that's going on is sickening. It's sickening what's going on with Bud, and it's sickening what's going on with Jamal Charlo. Real talk. I've told you this. I'm not on nobody's payroll. I'm not on Top Rank's payroll. I am not on Al Heyman's payroll. And if people get mad at me for putting out this video, so be it. Y'all gotta understand, people really be taking this shit seriously, man. These motherfuckers say us so-called YouTube media ain't that important. Well, then how can they watch our videos then? How can when a certain amount of us apply for press credentials, we get banned? So we have some kind of impact. But real talk, I'm just asking that question. Why won't nobody, like I said, I'm the only one that's putting this shit out here. And like I said, I'm not gonna run no hate campaign against Bud Crawford. I'm not doing that shit. And I'm not trying, and once again, and I'm not trying to make nobody hate Errol Spence neither. I'm not trying to make people hate Canelo, but I'm just calling the shit like right down the middle. You'll get people that's gonna come, oh, well, Canelo is too skilled for Charlo. Okay, well, fine. Then this fight should have been got made, right? Then you have people saying, well, that fight, Canelo versus Charlo, makes no kind of sense. Okay, but why did he fight that fucking dude that he fought in December? I don't even remember that motherfucker's name then. I really don't. I don't even remember the motherfucker's name. And that just goes to show you that that was a meaningless fight. I mean, we got to call shit right down the middle, man. And like I keep saying, man, I respect, like I said, I respect people. And I'm not blaming this. I'm not strictly blaming this entirely on Al Heyman. But at the end of the day, you got to start asking these questions, man. Okay. Andy Ruiz got the opportunity to fight Anthony Joshua on his own. He a PBC fighter. And I'm gonna just be completely honest with you. I'm kind of getting tired of hearing this shit about Bob Arum and all that type of bullshit with Bob Arum. At the end of the day, what better way than to beat Bob Arum? And I know Bob Arum is sued and all that type of shit, but I'm not trying to hear that as an excuse, because let me ask you this, okay? This is just real talk. Okay. So you didn't sue Bob Arum, right? Or whatever. Bob Arum just sued you, whatever the case may be. Bob Arum didn't technically win the lawsuit. Okay, so what better way to get even with Bob Arum by, you know what I'm saying, making these matches? Because to me, it comes across as being petty. To me, I mean, business is business, man. Because at the end of the day, the fans are still suffering because we're not getting the fights that we want. Like, I mean, for real. I'm just keeping it 100. So because of that, that's a legitimate excuse to make on why certain fights ain't getting made. Oh, okay. Really? Like I said, business is business. Okay? You know, and fights need to be made. Because at the end of the day, to a certain degree, the fans pay the fighter's salary. They pay the promotional company's salary. You know, when they buy tickets, when they buy these pay-per-views and shit, when they watch the fight on TV and they get ratings and they get all this, you know, sponsorship money, we are playing a role in it. Why aren't our demands getting met? Can somebody answer me that question? Why aren't our demands getting met? Okay, because we in this bullshit with politics or politricks. It make me sick to my stomach what's going on with Bud and Charlo. While we sitting up here hollering about how Charlo is getting fucked over by the other fighters, which he is. We should be saying the same for Bud. It don't matter that Bud is with Top Rank. Get the fuck out of here with that turf, Crip and Blood shit. Okay? Fuck out of here with that fake ass shit. Nobody trying to hear that shit. Fuck out of here, man. The fuck do that got to do with anything? And as I said before, everybody can't be. I understand that fighters have to be on other promotional companies, whether you like the owner of the promotional company or not. As far as Top Rank go, ain't nothing I can do. You know what I'm saying? But Bob Arum has done some questionable shit that he admitted that he did. But at the end of the day, I don't think it mounts up to the shit that Oscar has done. Okay? Real talk. Whether we like it or not, Bob Arum has promoted some of the greatest fighters that ever lived. You know, Bob Arum has put together some of the greatest fights that ever took place. We can't dismiss that. No matter how much we don't like the shit that went on with him and Al Heyman. Okay? So we got to be honest from that perspective. We have to. We got to keep it 100. And a lot of us were not doing that. But I am. Like I said, it's disgusting what's going on with Charlo. And if you a real boxing fan, you would call that out. And you would call out what's going on with Bud. Okay? I don't have no personal vendetta against Bud. I like Bud as a fighter. Like I said, I wish Bud would, like, you know what I'm saying? I wish Bud would give people a chance. I wish he would talk to me. I don't like that, you know, I've attempted to talk to Bud a couple of times and he's blew me off. But I don't hate Bud for that. I know Bud watching my video. He knows my voice. So maybe Bud can see that I support him. So maybe when Bud sees me, he'll finally talk to me. Because Bud had got me misconstrued with a lot of these other people. I have nothing against Bud. Okay? I have nothing against Spence. I have nothing against the other cats. I just don't like some of the shit that's going on. People got to be called out. People got to be taken to task, man. And that's just the bottom line. But anyway, it's your boy Tail Biz. I'm out, man.